Hello, my name is Jared Krebs, and in this training, we are going to hear from top achiever and future leaders summit trip earner, Patti Ruiz, on making your why crystal clear. And she's going to be sharing her why and also tips on how you can make your why crystal clear when building your USANA business. Patti, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, of course. We're so excited to hear about your why and also your story. Not everybody knows your story that's watching. So we want to know that and then your tips and really anything you have to share. You're doing so great with your business. I really think your mentality is one of the biggest reasons. So any wisdom you can share, we are all ears. We want to learn. We want to apply. I have my pen. I have my paper. Let's go.
Okay, so how I got started with USANA as Jared, you presented it to me. Actually, I was having trouble with sleeping, and that's how I first got started on the Pure Rest. I was taking actually a Tylenol PM, and I would wake up groggy, and I wouldn't feel really great. And you say, you know what, I believe this would help you because it's a more natural approach. Because if you keep taking the Tylenol, I remember you said like your body's gonna get used to it and you won't be able to, when you actually really need it, it's not gonna work. I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're 100% right. So I've always been into supplements. Ever since I was a little girl, my dad and my mom bought me the Flintstone vitamins back when it was a vitamin back then. And so I grew up with vitamins. And so as in my life, I've always tried different ones. And as I got older, I realized that a lot of the vitamins out there just didn't work. And I actually gave up on vitamins. So when Jared approached me, I was just like, I don't know, a part of me was just like, I've tried a lot of stuff out there. I mean, I tried a lot in other stores, the major stores out there, even other online companies. And I was just like, it's not working, it's not the way I remember them to work. So then I got started on it and I felt immediate results with the Pure Rest. Literally that same night I took it overnight and I felt refreshed in the morning. It was just, that was amazing. And I was like, wow, if this little sleep pill can do this, what can the actual multivitamin do? I got really excited about that. So I started taking the Soul Essentials. And then I also had really bad allergies. So then, Jared also told me about that. And I was just really close with Jared. Like he was my dance partner. We went dance, trips together. So I'd always see him with all his vitamins all the time. And so it intrigued me. And then, so anyhow, I went forward and I started taking the protocol for allergies. That, also gave me great results. And then it just went forward. And I actually also had issues with inflammation. I had actually went to the gynecologist and I had an abnormal screening. And so I actually took a different protocol through the Dr. Ladd. And that also helped me tremendously. And it was just successful situations over and over. So I thought, oh my gosh, this has helped me so much. I got excited about sharing it with everybody. So from there, I was just like, okay, I want to get started in this business more. I want to learn more about it. I want to learn more about the supplements because I always knew in my heart that there was always an alternative way to just our everyday, when we go to the doctor there, it's great to go to the doctor. I'm not saying not to go, but there's also alternative ways to help supplement that, right? And so from there, I decided, okay, well, why am I going to start this business? Because I didn't start right away, but I decided to get in because of these amazing results. So is that good enough, Jared? Or I can move into how I got started on my why?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great.
Okay. So then on your why statement, for me, it was more like, I knew there was something that could help your body repair itself. I just didn't know where and how and what. So this kind of landed, in my path for a reason. So then I decided, okay, well, why do I want to share, USANA with people? And, what is my why? And becoming clear on that. So what I came up with is, two, it's like a two, and then like you could begin with a two to inspire and educate people on a healthier lifestyle, and then so that they can live a happier and abundant life. Um, and that was my why. And it has to be simple, it has to be clear, um, and to the point, but very clear on for you. Like it can't be someone else's why, it has to come from inside. Um, and I saw a lot of my family members go through a lot. And I've learned so much in these past, um, 3 years more so, because I started digging into more of the science of USANA. I started digging into alternative functional medicine doctors. And I started learning so much more about nutrition. And, I could have potentially helped more people if I knew, especially my family members, that this product could definitely, it's not a cure, but it is definitely a tool to get your health to where you want it to be. It takes a lot of different tools, but this is definitely one of them. And, when you have your clear why, it helps you to focus. It helps you to move forward when you start feeling those blocks. And I also had a bunch of blocks that recently came up this year. And it actually happened when I decided to create my vision, create my why. And the vision and the why are very closely related. So when I decided to do a vision board and put, okay, why do I want to grow my business? The first reason was one, of course, to help myself with health, and then to show and demonstrate that this healthy lifestyle can be for others, and then help them, other people, with their healthy lifestyle, or healthy goals or alternative choices, right? So when I created my dream board, I put, the reasons why for that, a healthier lifestyle. But I also put, because, this is a great company where you can benefit from the business side, right? The residual income by helping others, and then they also help you. It's like a win-win. You help them with their health, they help you with the business, and then it's kind of like you grow together, and they can also build their business if they want to. And it's something that comes with time, right? When they try the product. And so I plan to retire from my company in 6 years. And I thought, well, what would I want to do in 6 years? How could I supplement my income without having to work? And doing something that I love and something that really resonates with me, which is health and a healthy lifestyle, and then also earn an income. And so I thought, USANA is the way to go. And it really started hitting me this year. And when I did my vision board, it was about March, more or less. And I was already doing early morning, like affirmations, visualization, prayer, meditation, on my vision and the things that are plans that we want in the future. I have two boards. One is my business, one is for personal, but they kind of work together, right? So then from there, it's just like things just started happening. And I started building more relationships, I was reaching out to more people. And when that was happening, I think it was just a time for a growth spurt where I went through some lows and had to break through this limiting belief that I learned as growing up. On top of that, like, I learned really great things about vitamins, but I also learned that being a self-employed person was not for me, because my father was a self-employed and he struggled. So he pretty much pushed me towards the corporate world, the career world, which is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that having this side business is also wonderful because it's a way for having a multiple stream of income, right? So then, it is a good thing. And so I had to work through all that. So it's a great company to help you grow. It's a great company to help you, with your health, obviously, but it also helps you with having community and having purpose, right? Um, so just when you have it's better. I just realized this today. It's better that you write it down. You have to write down your why, because if you have it in your head, it's great, or you have it in your heart, it's great. But when you actually write it down, things just start happening, like for you. Things start moving. Things start coming to you. And that's what happened to me when I wrote it down. Um, and you can have smart goals where there are measurable, where you say you can't just say like I want to bring in new people into my business. It's like, well, I want to bring in 2 associates by the next quarter, and it needs to be timely, and then it's measurable. So it's part of your why is kind of more like goals, like breaking it down, right? um let's see. And for the vision board, I also came across lots of videos that talked about a scripture in the Bible, and it's I'm probably not saying it right, but it's called Habakkuk 2:3 in the Bible, and it says, "For the vision is yet for the appointed time. It testifies about the end, and it will not lie. Though it delays, wait for it, since it will certainly come and not be late." So that's pretty much saying, that, place your vision that's in your heart because that God gave it to you. Put it so that you see it every day and you meditate on it. And even though it doesn't happen right away, it will surely come to pass if it is, what God's will, right? So I hope that helps in making your why crystal clear. Definitely write it down. That's the first step. And then that is going to help you to keep moving forward.
Thank you so much, Patti. Can you read your why again to us?
Yes, to inspire and educate people on a healthier lifestyle so that they live happier and abundant lives.
Awesome. So your why is about giving.
Right.
And also it sounded to me like your why is like also a long-term financial plan, because you have 6 years until you retire. So ideally in this next 6 years, you want to build a really strong residual income so that you're pulling a retirement income, and then you have your USANA income. And is that going to be like your main 2 sources of income at that point?
Yes, at that point. And so you have to start now. Like 6 years is plenty of time to get to specific goals of, it can be like a 10,000 a month, or it can be like 6,000 a month. But it's to start now and start small, so you're not overwhelmed of trying to do too much. And it's one of those things that I just pray about, like, moving forward. Help me to plan my week. Help me to help people that are needing to hear from what USANA can help them potentially with. And it's making those small goals and then making those bigger goals. I think the vision board has really big goals, and then I break them down on my business vision board and just break it down a little bit smaller, so that it's, as they come to realization, then I check it off and go to the next level. So.
Yes. What's your small goals right now?
Well, the small goal that I put for myself is to earn $200 a week. And that's been very consistent with doing the future leaders. So that is pretty much a check off the vision board.
Yeah.
Now the next one is 300. Like you take baby steps.
I love it. So you have like like you set a goal of 200 a week, I'm sure because of the future leaders trip.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it took you a while, you didn't just start getting that, right?
No.
And now that you got that, now it's like you're going on to the next one, which is just 300 a week, not 1,000 a week yet, right?
Right.
Um, and I'm sure that not some weeks you still don't hit the 200 or 300. Like it's like a process, right?
Yes.
Um,
The learning curve. For
what
sure.
about your week? How do you set your weekly action goals? Like, are you doing a lot of the campaigns that we put out in the assignments? Are you doing your own as well? Like, what are you doing when there's no assignments? Like, like, how do you approach that?
So when there's no assignments, I definitely do something on the business, and I try to reach out on people that come to me in the morning, like when I pray. I was like, you know what, I need to reach out to so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
But definitely doing the assignments have helped me big time. Just doing action. And that's where I started doing action more this year than any year I've done.
Hmm.
I would do my own action, and it was just, here and there, a couple of times a week, but it wasn't like, 10 at a time, 20 at a time. And that helps with getting that momentum of people to speak to and talk to and get the invites going. And I believe in March is when I started, after I did all my vision and the whys,
Hmm.
I started doing it in March. And then March, like April, May is when Jelena started the business. So it's like it took about 3 months to really like get that rhythm going of doing the invites when we had the assignments. So definitely the assignments totally helped me because it helped me grow from that limiting belief that the business wasn't for me, and that's just something I had to push through as a personal um, like limiting belief, I guess I could say.
Yeah. Oh, we all have them. We all have them, and it seems like if we're not aware of them, then that's when they control us. But once we become aware of them, then we can do something about it. And I think that was like you had this epiphany. Oh my gosh, my dad was self-employed, and he struggled and told me never to be self-employed, and that's why I've been blowing off my business. And now that I figured this out, I'm going to put it all into my business. Is
Yep,
that pretty much what happened, right?
basically is what happened. I was
How did
like,
you
what,
figure
this
this
is
out? How did you figure this out?
Um, it took a while. I mean, and what helped was the assignments. Like you would give them to me, and I would just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't need to. Like it was just like this block, and I'm like, why not? And then I would like fight with myself, like it's easy. I can be helping people. This has helped me. I can. It was just this battle internally, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I putting so much resistance? And then in Efra and I would talk about it. And it somehow when we were talking about it, it just came out,
Yeah.
well, my dad, and I'm like, oh yeah. And it just kind of like, it just came out one day when we were taking walks during lunch. Um, and so that's how it came out. And then it's just been this rocky battle, but finally I'm breaking through it. So that's what's awesome.
That's the biggest win.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, let's open it up for questions. If you have a question for Patti, in fact, I want to encourage everyone to turn on your webcams. Um, you know, let's actually make this interactive to close out. We want to know what your questions are, what your highlights were from what she shared. Maybe we should do like a why workshop next Monday or something. Wouldn't that be fun? What are your thoughts? It just hit me right now. We should do something like that. So, um, all right, who has a question for Patti or who wants to share what their highlights were from the training tonight?
Hey, Jared.
Yes, Gilbert.
This is Gilbert. Yeah, this is Gilbert. Actually, when I saw the subject for tonight's meeting, I really liked it because that is one of the things that I think a lot of people that try to do something, they know how to do something, they know what they want to do and how to do it. Sometimes they forget why they're doing what they're doing. And
Mhm.
when you find out what your why is in your life, when you find out why you do, you start realizing and you start connecting, making those connections with people. And I say this because I believe it's all about the people. So we live in a culture that knows what they're doing and they know how to do it. But then you ask them, why do you do what you do? And sometimes they lose focus on why they do what they do. And when you fall back to the beginnings of why, you start falling back in love with the work that you initiated and you started. So it was a very good conversation. Thank you so much. And I think it really defines a person knowing.
Well said. Thank you, Gilbert.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Hopefully we're chatting tomorrow, Gilbert. 7 o'clock. All right. Who else? Or I can call on people. That's fine too, you know. Let's go to Maria Gonzalez. What were your highlights from tonight? You can unmute yourself and turn on your webcam. She may or may not be available. I don't know. Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hello. Maria.
Yes, let me.
There you are. Oh, look at you. Got future leaders in the back of your back.
Yes.
Oh, crap. That's awesome. We all need to do that.
I know.
So what was your highlights from tonight?
Well, tonight I got really inspired by the rank advancement, share, believer, and builder.
Mm.
So right now I'm preparing for my actually I have my meeting at 7 with my team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna talk about that, about rank advancement, because I need to rank advance too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm beginning with, like I told you before, with the sip and scrub in Spanish. So
Yes.
yeah, so I'm gonna talk about that, about rank advancement. And if your team can do it, my team can do it. So I was really inspired by that. And Patricia, thank you for your testimony, because that's gonna help my team too, that we can do it. That's my highlight.
Woo! Thank you, Maria.